And we're going to pass the PRO Act to make sure that employers cannot act illegally when workers are trying to form unions. We're going to grow the trade union movement. In America, we're not going to turn our backs on our parents and grandparents who helped build this country. We're not going to cut Social Security. We're going to expand Social Security benefits. And by the way, we're going to reestablish defined benefit pensions for workers in this America. Instead of making massive cuts to Medicaid, we must do what every other major country on earth does. It ain't radical. Health care is a human right. We're going to guarantee health care to all. Through a Medicare for all single-payer system. The function of health care is not to make the insurance companies and the drug companies rich. And we're going to stop paying 10 times more for some prescription drugs than the people of other countries. We can lower prescription drugs by 50%. Here in LA, in Burlington, Vermont, and all across this country, we have a major housing crisis. Am I right? And it's not just homelessness. It's people paying 40, 50, 60% of their limited incomes in housing. Instead of spending $1 trillion a year on the military, let's build 5 million units of low-income and affordable housing. Brothers and sisters, we live in a competitive global economy. And if we're going to effectively compete, we need the best educated workforce in the world. It is nothing less than insane and counterproductive that we have young people leaving higher education $50,000, $80,000 in debt. We need more doctors. You know what doctors are leaving medical school with? $500,000 in debt. Nurses are leaving $100,000 in debt. Education is a human right from child care through college. We need sheet metal workers. We need carpenters. We need construction workers. We need apprenticeship programs. We need to make public colleges, universities, and trade schools tuition free. Donald Trump thinks that climate change is a quote-unquote hoax originating in China. This state, California, has gone through enough pain to know that climate change is not a hoax. It is an existential threat to this state, to Vermont, to the whole country, and the whole world. Instead of appeasing the fossil fuel industry who are lying and destroying our planet, we're going to transform our energy system and lead the world into sustainable energy and energy efficiency. And we create millions of good-paying jobs as we do that. Look, I don't have to tell anyone here that this is a difficult moment in the modern history of our country. We've never gone through anything like this. But this is what I do want to say. Despair is not an option. Giving up and hiding under the covers is not acceptable. The stakes are just too high. And let me tell you, when Donald Trump looks out at this crowd and they pay attention to this stuff, and Elon Musk does, you are scaring the hell out of them. Because they know what you know and what I know, is that they are the 1%, we are the 99%. Back in 1857, when abolitionists were working day and night to end the nightmare of slavery, this is what Frederick Douglass, you all remember Frederick Douglass? Very great abolitionist. Listen closely to what he said, because it is as relevant today as it was back then in the fight against slavery. This is what he said, quote, "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. Find out just when any people will quietly submit to, and you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them. And these will continue till they are resisted with either words or blows or with both. The limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppress." The oligarchy will concede nothing. They have the wealth, they have the power, they own Congress, they own the White House, they own much of the media, but they don't own us. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy. It's not. We're going to have to fight them door to door, workplace to workplace, school to school. We're going to have to educate. We're going to have to mobilize. We're going to have to stand up in a dozen different ways. But from the bottom of my heart, and I've been to every state of this country, I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, or independent, the people of this country do not want oligarchy. They do not want authoritarianism, and they want a government that works for all of us, not just the 1%. Thank you all very much.
Look